What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Miss Maggie T at Sultry Seconds. And if you're new to the channel, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any new content. I know y'all heard about what happened to Nick Cannon in Viacom. Apparently got a hold of his podcast and he made some comments they considered controversial and they decided to fire him. So there's no more wilding out. Now, I know everybody has something to say, so I want y'all to let me know what you think about the clip that follows.
Then let's go to what it really is then. When we talk about the power of melanated people, when we talk about who we really are as guys and understanding that our melanin is so powerful and it connects us in a way that the reason why they fear black, the reason why they fear is because the lack that they have of it. So then when you see what, Dr. Francis C. Welsing talked about is that fear in that
just genetic annihilation,
deficiency of when you have a person that has the lack of pigment, the lack of melanin, that they know that they will be annihilated. So therefore, however they got the power, they have the lack of compassion. That melanin comes with compassion. Melanin comes with soul. That we call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the melanin that connects us. So the people that don't have it are a little, and I'm gonna say this carefully, are a little less, and where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion or the when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear, they're acting out of low self-esteem, they're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
fight or flight,
in order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages. They had to be barbaric. Because they're in these Nordic mountains. They're in these rough, torrential environments. So they're acting as animals.
Right.
So they're the ones that are actually closer to animals. They're the ones that are actually the true savages. And then they built up such this I don't want to say warrior, but they built up such this conquering barbaric mentality.
First of all, if you guys want to hear the full-length interview, you can actually look for Canon Class Podcast on YouTube and Instagram. I'm not sure if it's anywhere else, but this is where I found them. So you can get the full-length video. But here's my 2 cents. What Nick Cannon said to me, I didn't deem it to be controversial. If anything, it was his truth. He's actually been in the forefront of speaking up against all kinds of things that is wrong against the African-American community. If you haven't seen, he's been actually out there protesting against police brutality. He has been an excellent voice for that. He's using his power and his celebrity to bring awareness to it. So I believe that led to this podcast, that he wanted to get his word out there. He wanted to voice his opinions on certain things because we're sick of it. We're tired of it. I think 2020 has brought us all together as a race. It's just beautiful how everyone's out there, the new generation, they didn't even know, don't know anything about racism and things like that. They're made aware that this is still happening to this day and time. It is. It's happening. We're not free. We're definitely not free. So that's why when Juneteenth happened, I was extremely proud that people are starting to understand what it is. This is something we need to celebrate. Period. Okay? We need to make that huge every year. But I just wanted to say that I absolutely support everything that he's said in that podcast. I don't think he should be censored. I don't think that Viacom should have fired him for that, because he's been out there protesting. If they felt some type of way, they should have fired him then. Do you understand me? But you got the likes of Terry Crews that wants to tap dance and act like a monkey because he just wants to stay relevant and keep a paycheck. No, it is time that we speak up for ourselves. It is time that everyone understands us because we are feared. We're not judged by the content of our character. We are judged by the color of our skin. Before we even speak a single word, we are already looked down upon. Like we're not good enough. It's still happening. That's why I commend anyone that wants to get out there in this pandemic and wants to create businesses and they want to cluster these businesses and support each other. I love that. That blackout week was amazing. It was so much African-American business support, and we need to keep that wholeheartedly. But at the same time, we have these ratchet, ignorant shows that don't shine us in a good light, like the Love and Hip Hop. We over there acting like damn fools. You hear me? And it's getting picked up and it's getting loved because of the fact that we're viewing it, we're bringing content, so they're going to keep a camera in our face as long as we show our asses. But this is not a representation of our African American community. We are not acting like this. We are business owners. We are homeowners. We are now becoming wealthy because we're getting intelligent. We're learning. We're educating ourselves on what to do to become better. And those are the type of shows that needs to be encouraged. And people like to call Nick Cannon lame, but this man is woke. This man is woke. And he's ill at the same time, but he continues to use his platform to empower so many people. Just like Wild 'N Out. Wild 'N Out has opened opportunities for African Americans that may have not even gotten a nod in the entertainment industry. So these comedians are becoming getting roles in movies and things like that. So he's employing so many people. Look, he don't have to do that, but it's apparent that he wants to do that. So we need to get behind Nick Cannon. Like, look at if you guys just seen it, P. Diddy offered his network. Well, I don't know if he's on that network. I haven't did my research on that yet, but it's black owned. And he basically was saying, look, come on over here, because one thing I can say about Nick Cannon, his money is long. So if anything, Nick Cannon will be absolutely all right because somebody else is going to pick this up. They're going to jump at that opportunity, and it needs to be an African American. We need to stand strong and say, look, because BET, we can't depend on that at all. To me, honestly, they sold themselves out. BET is not black entertainment. It's basically something they put together to say it's for us, but it's not by us. Yeah, I didn't hear that now. So just take a little minute and pause about that one. It ain't for us. But at the same time, I seen that Nick Cannon kind of went back on his statements and apologized to the Jews. No, you need to stand in your truth and stick behind it. And you knew exactly what was going to happen once you made those comments. There is controversy and consequences behind it. And it's been that way because we have been silenced for years. So don't retract that. Stick up to it. Because I felt that somebody came in his ear and was like, you realize what you're losing. So what? You can take that elsewhere and do something else with it. So Nick Cannon, everybody else that's behind Nick Cannon, go ahead and talk to that man in his ear. And let him know that everything that he said and what he stands for is appreciated and it's needed. And keep it that way. Do not silence yourself because they are threatening you with firing and taking away what you created and built because they couldn't do it themselves. But with that being said, y'all go ahead and subscribe to my channel, Sultry Seconds. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And leave a comment on this video and let me know how you guys felt about this whole Nick Cannon interview and incident. Should he have been fired, or what should have happened throughout this ordeal? Shouldn't he? Do you think he was good for apologizing? Me, honestly, I shouldn't feel like he should have. So just let me know, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, this is Maggie T. I'm out.